Bendición, luz y progreso. Love, light, prosperity onto all of you. All right. Damn, it was tough on my throat. I'm not gonna lie. Bendición. Welcome in, everyone. Pray all is well with each and every one of you. I'm going to give it a little bit for people to join the stream. But if you guys are here, drop your name in Zodiac so I can shout you out and say hello. Make sure you guys are following if you aren't yet. Excuse me. We are live. Bendición, mama. How are you? Welcome back. Jacqueline Virgo, welcome in, my dear. Hello back. Welcome in, welcome in. You popped up in my head. I was about to text you to check on you. I'm live. Yeah, earlier today, I don't know what was going on. I had violations after violations. Oh yeah, my eye. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Hi, Tanya Aquarius. Welcome in. Yeah, the allergies. I had to take off my lashes. And I redid them again after they chilled, but it's bad. The pollen out here is bad. Welcome in, everyone. Make sure you drop your name and zodiac in the chat. I literally just got on. I'm trying to figure out what lighting I want to use. Nani Cancer, welcome in. Asha was like, what the helly? What the helly? Yeah, I felt that too, girl. I'm trying to figure out what lighting I want to use for tonight. I think I'm gonna stick with this one. Blue. Well, the thing is, I got red lights above, right? I have the red lights above, and I have 4 different cameras angles, right? I got the YouTube camera that you guys see, the board with the cards, right? And then I have the other camera and the lighting. I gotta pick a specific lighting so it accommodates all of the streams because it's four different platforms. So I have to be careful with the colors that I use because if I use a specific color, you can't see visibly the table where I have the cards on YouTube. And I'm all about aesthetics. I want to make sure my viewers get what they want, right? So blue, it doesn't look good. I mean, it looks good, but not on the table. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. We're gonna do collective. All right, it's Thursday, right? Today's Thursday. Is today Thursday? No, today's Wednesday, right? Y'all, I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Yes, I am going to be doing readings, but first I want to do collective. Then I'll open up my list after. Um, so you're more than welcome to stick around for collective energy. And I don't know what you got going on, but so a collective is basically a general message, right, that can apply to anyone. It is a message, some downloads that I received from spirit, just general messages that could apply to you, or just some good advice. Collective messages are always helpful, because energy shifts on a daily basis. Hello, welcome back, my love. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do my call to prayer. But if you guys would, make sure you guys share the live. Share the live with at least 5 friends and tap the screen. You already know I need to start with my prayer so we can solidify the space. We can bless the space and make sure that we align at the right time with the right energies. And among the spirits, too, I want to make sure that I'm connecting with the right vibrations, okay? Padre nuestro que está en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga tu reino, hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día. Perdona nuestra ofensa como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación, liberados del mal. Amén. Let me fix this real quick to reflect prayer. I have not been doing the timestamps. The last one I didn't even put. I write it and I never went back. So at 7 minutes, I'm going to restart that prayer. We'll restart. Let's get this energy right. Padre nuestro que está en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga tu reino, hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día. Perdona nuestra ofensa como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos deje caer en la tentación y libéranos del mal. Amén. Ave María, Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia, el Señor es contigo. Bendita tú eres entre todas las mujeres y bendito es el fruto de tu vientre Jesús. Santa María, Madre de Dios, ruega por nosotros pecadores, ahora en la hora de nuestra muerte. Amén. Gloria al Padre, al Hijo, al Espíritu Santo, como era en el principio, ahora y siempre, por los siglos de los siglos. Amén, amén, amén. God, above all, I give you thanks for this time, space, and energy that you're aligning me with the collective once again. I ask that you please remove my energy as I now tap into the frequency as a general message for those that need messages of clarity, messages of prosperity, growth, healing. I ask that the angels of divine white light cover me and shield me as I now tap into the frequency. I call upon the ascended masters. I call upon the Most High. I call upon my highest self. I call upon my santos. I call upon my eguns, my muertos, la gitana que me acompaña, los indios que me rodean, my son 3, my grandmother Emilia, my best friend Sierra. I call upon my soul tribe, my soul family. May we align at the time that we do, as my messages are timeless. At this time, I ask that the angels of divine white light shield us and guide us with divine love and nurture from the Most High. May the messages align with those that need them. Archangel Michael, I ask for your divine protection, your divine order. I ask that you please release any and all negative energy, anybody trying to cause any sort of destruction, anybody sending evil eye, ill intent, anybody speaking ill on my name, or sending anything to the collective. I ask that you rebuke that energy and return it back to its original source. We transmute all negativity and alchemize it into positivity, love, light, and joy, prosperity in all ways. We give all thanks. We bless this live. Ashe, motive be, Ashe, Ashe to the ancestors, to our spirit guides, to the angels above. Welcome in, you guys. We're going to do collective energy. So if you guys are now tuning in, we're about to go into collective energy at 9:45. Let me go ahead and jot that timestamp. If you guys are ready for collective, drop a sunflower emoji in the chat so we can go ahead and water the garden, so we can commence. Let's pour that energy. As much energy as you pour into the live is as much energy you guys get from me and from our spirit guides, okay? So if you are here, make sure you are following. Make sure you're tapping the screen and share with someone that you feel would benefit from hearing a message, a collective message, okay? So let's tap in. Holy Spirit, holy angels, divine truth, divine wisdom, divine counsel. When it comes to my beautiful collective, what is the message? What is the message that we need to get through? Doesn't matter what sign you are, okay? Doesn't matter what zodiac. It doesn't matter if you're masculine, feminine. Apply the energy where it goes. Do not force the story. All right. If the shoe fits, apply it. And if it don't, let it fly. Okay. Let's tap in, spirit. When it comes to the collective, what is the collective? What is the current energy for the collective currently, spirit? Oh, we got adjacent opportunities. So several doors, several possibilities, new beginnings. New beginnings. But I'm gonna tell you something, collective. The energy that I'm sensing right here, right? There may be a plethora of options that you are currently having right now, right? There could be a new move, there could be a new career, there could be new endeavors that are approaching you, okay? I'm getting adjacent doors are open doors. It doesn't matter. There's so many open doors, so many open opportunities for the taking, right? But there are certain attachments that are not allowing you to make your choice or to choose your option. You know what I'm saying? So many opportunities, right? Because spirit is showing me like a box full of gifts, right? But you have something that is holding you, that is not allowing you to look at what the opportunities are. It's like something's there, but something is keeping you tied down where you can't even seek what the opportunity is. All right. Attachments can be anything. It could be a job, it could be your home, an apartment, a car, it could be a whole relationship, it could be family. Okay. But it seems like there are certain things that are keeping you stuck where you're not able to make the initial moves to lead you to the opportunities that are going to grant you more success, more blessings. That's the word, more blessings. A lot of you are not using your third eye. All right. Many of you like to look with the two eyes that you were born with, but sometimes you need to use that spiritual eye, right? To enlighten your spirit, to enlighten your path. A lot of you, you're blocked. A lot of you, your third eye is blocked. You're unable to see things. You're not able to visualize, okay? Archangel Metatron is here. For some of you could even be going through some spiritual attacks too, right? Because I'm hearing like lightning, thrashing lightning. And that can also signify like major headaches or maybe some physical ailments that you're having to deal with. This is interesting. Let me get one more, spirit. One more current energy for the collective. We have Archangel. So we have two Archangels coming in. We have Archangel Metatron and we have Archangel Ariel. So we have our second chakra, which is your sacral chakra. And then we have your third eye chakra that we need to pay attention to. All right. You guys have a lot of creativity. A lot of you can build new opportunities out of nowhere. You speak new ideas into the universe. You get what I'm saying? Your creativity, You have this burst of energy, but something is keeping you attached. Something is not allowing you to move forward. What is it? Is it addictions? Is it friends? Is it work? Is it family? What is holding you back from you achieving and you taking a risk on these opportunities? Something is getting in the way. All right, something is getting in the way, collective. I don't know whose story this is, right? But you take what resonates. All right. And this may not even be for anybody on this live. This might be for somebody who catches the replay. You get what I'm saying? So, Spirit, let me get some more clarification when we tap into adjacent possibilities. Adjacent possibilities. Why is this here, Spirit? What is this energy? Adjacent opportunities. What is this? Listen, a lot of you need to close out doors, okay? I'm gonna be I'm gonna be an open book here, beloveds. All right. We're gonna talk real shit. All right. A lot of you need to close out cycles indefinitely. A lot of you need to close out doors with whoever. All right. Sometimes there is no need for closure. Sometimes you just gotta accept what it is and keep it moving. All right. With the Ten of Wands here in reverse, I'm getting the energy of a lot of you. You know, you've had to take on a lot of responsibilities. Okay, you've had to take on a lot of responsibilities, but even with that, you've noticed that you've had to release a lot as well. You can't do a lot. You can't do too much when your plate is full, correct? So a lot of you, there's a need for you to either cut off, release, and start gaining traction. All right. Sometimes you gotta cut things off to gain traction. Um, there is gonna be some sort of travel here. So some of you may be moving to a different state. Some of you guys may be moving different places. All right, because I'm hearing different states. But there's a need for you to really detach. Okay. There's a need for you to detach. Big on detachment. We got the Magician in reverse and the Five of Swords in reverse. Listen, y'all. The way that you speak, the way that you put the energy into the universe, trust and believe. Okay? Trust and believe. The way that you speak will manifest. Okay? Some of you can manipulate your own actions. Some of you can manipulate your own goals, right? By the way that you speak certain things into the universe. There's a need for you to be very careful because it seems like you're cursing yourself. It seems like you curse yourself. All right? There's some sort of conflict here, or maybe something that you're trying to avoid, collective. All right, with the Five of Swords here. A lot of you need to be careful. All right. I feel like too, also with the Magician here, where there's so many opportunities for the taking, a lot of you aren't planning. A lot of you are just, you know, a lot of you are just asking. You know, we get into that energy where we want to ask for blessings and we ask for blessings and we ask for blessings, right? But we never pray for the outcome. We never pray for the next move, right? We ask, but we don't have no plans, right? You asking for the blessing, but you ain't got no plans for the blessing. All right. So that's how you manipulate yourself because you asking for certain things, but you don't even know how to maintain it. You don't know how to nurture it. You get what I'm saying? You could call in a blessing and a blessing will come in all day, right? That blessing will come in, but if you don't know how to take care of it, and if you're not praying for the outcome, I'm telling you right now, you're manipulating yourself. You're going against yourself. All right. There's a need for you to be more confident in yourself and the abilities that you have. There's a need. What's up, Bandolera? I didn't even see you come in. There's a need for you to be very stern, okay, and believe that you are the GOAT. You are who you are. You know what you know, and you are successful. Instead of thinking that you're incapable. Okay, we need to fix whatever insecurity that you have to build up your confidence. Any insecurity that you have, you need to build up your confidence. You guys hear what I'm saying? Whatever insecurity that you have, you need to build your confidence even more. Okay? If you're insecure about something, then you need to big yourself up. You're the fucking GOAT. All right? You do this. You may not see it, but people outside of you will. Okay? People outside of you will. There's a need for you to really build back your confidence. All right? A lot of you have so many talents. A lot of you have so many blessings that you were literally gifted, but you're not utilizing them for whatever reason, right? Because the magician is talking about untapped talents. So there are several things that you are blessed with, and you know that you're blessed with, but you're not sharing it. You're not putting that good energy into the world. All right? So there's a need. Look, y'all getting in your own way. I'm just gonna be honest, collective. You're sabotaging. This is giving me clear sabotage. You are sabotaging your opportunities. Okay? There's a need for you to fine tune your plan. Okay? Because your way can go in so many different ways. But if you're not planning adequately, okay, and you're not confident within yourself to keep pushing the agenda, trust and believe you're going to continue to fumble. Every opportunity that you come across, you're going to continue to fumble. Okay? There's a need for you to let go of this is you going against you. This is you going against you, collective. This is you going against you. A lot of you guys are burnt out. You're tired. You're stressed. You can't take it no more. You can't take it no more. I feel so burnt out. I know it's not my reading, but I was scrolling and needed that. Oh, that's collective. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Collective goes for anybody. You came at the time that you needed to. So, for a lot of you, you're stressing, right? You're doing everything on your own. You're burnt out. You don't know, you're speaking bad about yourself. You don't feel like you're confident enough to take on whatever other task, whatever other opportunity. Y'all need to stop. You're avoiding whatever it is that you're trying to avoid. It ain't working, beloved. If you got gifts that you need to tap into, especially for my spiritual people, right now I'm talking to my spiritual people, okay? Those that actually do spiritual work, those who are light workers, that's what I'm talking about, right? My light workers, if you guys have gifts that were given to you or passed down to you through your ancestral line, or you were born with gifts, there is a need for you to tap into that, because you never know what opportunity will unfold, right? God gives us gifts for a reason. Everybody has a gift. And if you're not tapped into that gift, you're not tapped into your purpose. Your gifts are part of your purpose, is what I'm hearing. So you're causing yourself your own headache for not tapping into your talents, not tapping into your gifts, not trusting that your gifts, your talents are going to take you where you need to be. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down, or am I delusional? Cause I mean I feel like sometimes I be talking some straight shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm talking straight facts. But there's a need for y'all to really really believe in yourself, trust in yourself. All right, let's stop this. Lack of not knowing and thinking that we're not meant to be successful. That shit is for the birds. All right, that shit is for the birds. If you honestly think that you are incapable of your gifts, I'm telling you right now, you are far disconnected from the truth, and you are far disconnected from source. If you don't think that you could do your gifts, the Most High would never give you your gifts if the Most High thought that you weren't capable of doing it. You get what I'm saying? That's how you know those who are tapped in. When you're tapped in, you trust the divine. You get what I'm saying? Don't matter how it appears to people. It don't matter how it appears to people, right? Not everybody is a light worker. Not everybody is meant to be a light worker. And not just a light worker, right? Whatever it is that you do. I'm just putting light worker out there because I feel like there's some light workers out there that need this message. Okay? So it's time to really tap in and dive and really trust that those gifts that you have are going to open up so many things for you. Now we're going to tap into the attachment because I really want to see what this attachment is about. I'm going to use a different deck. I'm going to alternate between decks. Hold on, y'all. Problem is that lots of people don't know how to tap in or how to begin or where to start. And that's where you seek guidance. People like that, look, I literally just had somebody, right? Especially on the internet, right? Not saying that you could trust anybody, but one thing about energy don't fucking lie. Energy don't lie. If you get deceived, it's because you're not using your intuition, right? But those of you who choose to tap in with me on a daily, right? Or on a weekly basis, doesn't matter, or monthly, however often, right? You guys feel the energy, right? So if you come across somebody who is true and genuine and really is intentionally putting forward that good energy, that's a point of contact. You don't think God led you to that person for a reason? You don't think you came across that person for a reason? You know what I'm saying? Now, if the person is open to discuss, then they will. You know what I'm saying? I have people who hit me up all the time. But energy don't lie. So those who don't know how to tap in, trust me, I get it. The spiritual realm is not something that you play with. I've learned from my own mistakes because I ain't have nobody to help me. I ain't have no family member to pass down anything. I had to learn through my ancestors and I had to learn through other guides. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we all start somewhere, but energy don't fucking lie. So if you were drawn to a specific person, not just talking about me, but if you were drawn to a specific person, trust and believe that that person is a guide, un guía, okay? Un guía para guiarte, somebody to guide you on your path. And I understand them because they feel lost. Look, if you're open, you know what I'm saying, as a light worker, if you're open to help people, then you know what I'm saying, it's not about, for me, it's not about, what I get out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not always money for me. Y'all know I come on here and I do shit for free sometimes. I be doing giveaways. You know what I'm saying? Because I do this because this is my calling, right? And I know at the end of the day, God is always going to supply. With this door here, you see all these doors? I know God is always going to continue to supply. Why? Because I'm doing God's work. I'm doing the very thing that he put me on this planet to do. And because of that, I already know that I've got opportunities. I may not see them, but I know they're there. You know what I'm saying? I see them. I know I may not see them, but I know that they're there. I know they come in, right? Because God always takes care of the chosen. God always takes care of the chosen. I've been following you for a while and always liked your vibe. That's what I'm saying. Energy don't lie. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about me, I don't fake no facade. I don't fake no energy. You get when you see me, you get like, when you see me, you in person and you see me live, you know what I'm saying? It nothing changes. I'm the same person. You get what I'm saying? But there are certain people who have to show up a certain way to appeal a different way. That's not me. If you're true, genuine, and authentic, you show up like yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to act a certain way. I don't need to do anything. You know what I'm saying? I may change my looks up from time to time, but that don't change who I am. My light is my light. You know what I'm saying? Your light is your light. Trust me, you'll know who is true and who is genuine. That's one thing about light energy. That shit is so bright. You see this candle? You see, the closer that I get, the brighter I become. Light energy don't lie. You can tell who people are through their light. And if there's no light there, then you have no business. You have no business dealing with that person. I'm telling you right now, if you do not see the light in a person, you have no business dealing with that person. That is a karmic. You let it go. That's an energy vampire. That's somebody who's going to siphon your energy and they're going to drain it until you have no more. Trust me. And when I say energy don't lie, it really don't. And the more that you become in tune with light energy, the more that you can't be manipulated by dark. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you can manipulate because I already seen you before you came. I seen you before you came. Why? Because of energy. Energy don't lie. A person will, but energy won't. Attachment, spirit. Why is attachment here? Look, y'all, I'm just dropping some gems. I'm dropping some gems, all right? I'm letting y'all know. Look, judgment. Judgment is over attachments. Let's see what else. Spirit. Look at that. The devil himself. Attachments. Attachments. Attachments, clarifying attachments. So something here is literally, could be behavioral issues. This could be people, significant people in your life that you know are not good for you. These could be friends, family, lovers, okay, whoever. But you know what? Judgment is being called. Judgment is being called. Why? Because it is not good for your purpose. These attachments, I'm gonna show YouTube too. These are, look, attachment. You see them neck and neck, right next to each other. Attachment and attachment. Look at that. The devil, and we have the attachment right there. One thing about people, they will try and siphon your energy. If you let them, they will siphon your energy. All right. So here there is a need for you to listen to your inner calling. This is a rebirth. This is a rebirth, okay? Bandolera says, what's up, YouTube? This is a rebirth, okay? When the judgment appears, judgment has appeared in your reading. It's a whole new phase. I told you, you got mad opportunities, collective. Mad opportunities. There's new phases of life that are going to occur, but you need to detach from what no longer serves you, all right? If people, right, and I say people because people be like the main attachment for people, right? People are so hard to detach from. Why? Because we are human and we have the emotional, we have that emotional capacity to build and connect with someone. So once you connect with someone, it's very hard to detach, right? Especially when you see their ways, right? We do it all the time. We see red flags all the time, but we choose to paint the red flag white. We choose to give the people the benefit. We always say, "Oh, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt." No, people don't change unless they want to change. And I feel like that has been a lesson for a lot of people, especially when you're entertaining certain individuals, right? Because I get a lot of people who come in who want reading on love. Oh, what is this person's intentions? This, that, and the third. And I'll give you the clarity, but that question kills me. You want to know why? Because if you're not aware of someone's intentions, that means that your own intuition is disconnected. If you don't know someone's intentions based off the actions, right? Your gut is, you're disconnected. You're disconnected. You get what I'm saying? But that's a common question for many people. Why? Because everybody is disconnected from themselves, that they always choose to go outside of them. They always choose to go outside of them, right? But as a light worker, right? Yes, I'm here to guide and I'm here to do that. But you got to get to a point, right? You got to get to a point where you finally build that connection. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're in my live, right? This is my intention, okay? I'm gonna be flat out, I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. My intention is not to keep you guys as clients. right? Because when you book a reading, you're a client, right? My intention is not to keep you as a lifelong client. My intention is for you to grow and evolve from the advice that is received, so that when you move on, right? When you move on to another connection, you know what not to do. But the thing is, people sometimes you utilize light seers, right? People who tap into divination. And it's like each and every relationship that they get to, or friendship or opportunity, it's like there's no growth. My goal is not to keep you forever. My goal is to enlighten you so that I can keep enlightening others, right? Because if there's going to be a constant repetition, because there's behavior here, there's an attachment that you're not willing to see. There's an attachment that you have that you're not willing to see. And because you're not willing to see it, you're going to continue to encompass the same energy in different people. And that's where people fail to realize, right? I read people for a living. So for me, the way that I'm saying this is common sense. For y'all, I don't know if you guys are understanding what I'm saying, right? I don't understand. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, okay? But there is a need for you guys to really, what's up, mama? There's a need for you guys to listen to your inner voice, your inner calling. All right. Tap into your divine self, your highest frequency, so you don't keep getting played like Bobo the Fool. I mean, I'm just being honest, y'all. I'm being so honest. Because there are people on this app that don't move like me. There are people on here who will consistently lie in your face and keep you in a whole delusional state, in a whole situation that you have no fucking business being in. Instead of tapping in with somebody that's going to tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? I'll read you today and I ain't got to read you ever again in my life. I ain't crying about that. I'm not crying about that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get nothing out of lying to any of you. I don't get nothing. I don't want that karma. But some people don't give a fuck about that shit. So that's something that you guys really need to be careful, because especially with TikTok, right, and YouTube, because that's where I see a lot of readers and all these discords. You got to be careful. It's not always about tapping in every single time. You got to trust who you're tapping in with. And you got to pray or meditate that the person that you're allowing to tap into you is somebody that is going to really connect with your guides. If you don't know how to connect with your guides, then you pray for your ancestors to send somebody your way. That's how it should always be. It's not it's not like, you shopping for a tarot reader and you keep scrolling until somebody is available. That's not how it works. Energy don't work that way. Energy don't work that way. And that's why a lot of you keep getting into these attachments, because y'all trusting guidance from people that don't give two shits about you. I'm just going to say it like it is. You keep trusting people who don't give two shits about you. If your faith is not where it needs to be, then realistically, you don't need to be tapping into any divination. I'm just going to be quite frank with you. If you ain't got no connection with divine source, you should not be tapping into no fucking divination. And I'm not talking about somebody who practices it. I'm talking about somebody who taps in, as in you go to somebody. If you don't have a connection with spirit, you don't have a connection with your guides, you don't have a connection with God, you don't have a connection with source, then that's where you need to start. That is your stepping stone. That is your base. Okay? I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know I'm talking to somebody. I know I'm talking to somebody. I don't be saying shit, just be saying shit, okay? But obviously, and we got three majors here. Three major arcanas. So that tells me, right, when majors come in a reading, that means that there are major lessons, okay? Major things coming up. And if you're not paying attention, trust and believe the Most High will humble you all the way until you fucking see it. Until you realize it, you're going to keep eating shit. You're going to keep eating dust because you're not trying to listen. You're not listening to your inner voice. You're not listening to your inner calling. You rather be attached to things that do not hold value. You rather be attached to things that are not good for your highest vibration. You keep attaching yourself to people who are low. You keep attaching yourself to situations that are not beneficial to your spiritual health. Spiritual health is very much real, y'all. Spiritual health is real. If you do not have a connection with the divine, with the universe, whoever you deem source to be for you, I'm telling you, you're going to forever be a lost soul. You're going to forever be a lost soul. Let's tap into this third eye. Damn, I know I'm going in, y'all, but listen, I'm just a messenger. I am just a messenger. The messages are just pouring. I have not stopped talking. Archangel Metatron. Why is the third eye here? Why is the third eye here for the collective? Why is the third eye? What's up, Robin? Why is the third eye? Look, the star again, and it came out in reverse. I'm telling you, very much disconnected. They're disconnected from source. And if you're not disconnected from source, then you're definitely disconnected from your third eye. Because the star card is that disconnection. All right. You're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting in your divine self. I'm telling you, faith. I say this every single live, and I feel like I gotta repeat it every single time. But when it comes to faith, faith is everything. And if you ain't got faith, I'm telling you, you're gonna be forever lost. You're gonna be forever lost, collective. I'm being so serious right now. You're gonna be forever lost, all right? You're always gonna have this. You're always gonna have this yearning. You're always gonna have this like gaping hole in your chest. Look at that. The high priestess. The high priestess came out. I'm telling y'all disconnected you're disconnected, collective. All the way disconnected. You're disconnected all the way. I can't make this shit up. The high priestess came out. That is your intuition. That is self-awareness. That is you really tapping into your divine feminine energy. 2222, 1022 on the clock. Very much disconnected, collective. I'm telling you, that's why I said what I said. That's why I said what I said about connecting with certain people you have no business connecting with, especially when it comes to the spiritual realm. Y'all can't be just tapping into anyone. And I've seen people, listen, sometimes I get to scrolling late at night, right? When I'm not live, I'll get to scrolling. And if I see my people, I'll go into their live and I say, hey, right? But sometimes I'll go into those chat rooms, right? After I finish my readings. And I ain't telling on y'all, but I'm telling on y'all, right? But I'll go in and I'll see y'all in there, right? Because I always I'm always curious to see who is in the chat. Because once you get into the spiritual community, you start connecting with other people, right? And you're like, oh, I didn't know this person knew this reader, da da da. But I've seen people who go into several readers and ask the same question. You know what I'm saying? That ain't it, Bookie. How many times do you need to go to a different person to get an answer? You get what I'm saying? You're not connected. Prayers has took me a long way. Prayers are powerful. It breaks anything. Ashe, it sure do. It sure do. It sure do. But look, I'm telling y'all, whoever y'all are, right? I don't know, right? It may not be any of you. And I know people be watching off the FYP. They don't be tapping in. I know, I see y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand. Like, I really be gifted. Like, I be seeing shit, right? You can call me crazy, you can call me all that. But I know for a fact I'm not crazy. I'm just gifted. Okay? I'm gifted. That's how I see it. I'm gifted. So even for those that aren't even tapped in, a lot of people have that habit, especially in this community where they just tap in with whoever. No, you're disconnected. You're disconnected from your third eye. You're disconnected from your intuition, and you're not connected to source. That's the problem. That's the issue. Damn. I mean, am I making sense? Am I making sense? Am I making some sense? There's a lot of disconnects here. We need to connect the dots. We need to connect the dots, okay? Yeah, 2 of Wands in reverse. I can't make this shit up. All right? You guys, we need to do better. We need to do better, okay? As a collective, we need to do better. The 2 of Wands, you're not going anywhere. This is what's keeping you stuck. Y'all keep going to people and you think that you trust them. Trust and believe. They just want your money. They just want your energy. Y'all got to stop doing this, collective. I'm telling you right now. And even if you guys were to decide to tap in with me again, I'm not saying that you guys just have to tap in with me. You could tap in with whoever you want, right? But I'm just saying the facts. This is a general message. This is what is coming through spirit. All right. This is a general message. So whoever sees this at whatever time that you see this, trust me, it's going to align when it does. All right. There's a need for y'all to stop going outside of you. Just being honest. It's okay to get advice, once in a while, right? But if you're having to be codependent on tarot or codependent on somebody to help you with, figuring your life out, buy Alexa or go to Chat GPT, go to AI. Those are things that can help you sort out your life. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be funny, but that's the energy that is given. Y'all want to go to people to rectify your life, and that's not what it is at all. You need to rectify your own life. That's your responsibility. Let's go into the second chakra. Why is the sacral chakra here, spirit? Wow. Why is the sacral chakra here? Sacral chakra. A lot of sword energy here. We got the 5 of Wands. We got the 8 of Swords, and we got the 4 of Swords. Again, as I mentioned before, with the 10 of Wands here that came out earlier, I said you guys are exhausted, burnt out. You guys are, again, exhausted, burnt out with the 4 of Swords here. You guys have already, I feel like you guys have burnt yourself out to the max. I'm not even going to hold y'all, collective, because that's coming out twice. A lot of the messages are repeating. This is why I'm using 2 different decks. A lot of the messages are repeating. And when messages repeat, is because it's some serious message behind it. All right. Some serious message. All right. There's a lot of conflict that is surrounding you, collective, and a lot of negative thoughts surrounding you as well. When it comes to you, a lot of this could be your own. Again, I said that with the Magician. A lot of you self-sabotage by the way that you speak about yourself. You downplay yourself. A lot of you don't big up yourself. There's a lot of insecurity. So instead of thinking positive, you're stuck in these negative intrusive thoughts. You stay entrapped. Okay, because I literally see somebody trapped. You put yourself in that energy. There's no need to put yourself in that energy, but you do it. This is your own conflict. I'm telling you, this is giving me complete self-sabotage, collective. I don't know who is doing this, but there's a need to wake up and snap out of it. There's a need to snap out of it, collective, because I'm telling you right now, there are opportunities. But a lot of the things that you're doing and a lot of the things that you're keeping around is keeping you away from obtaining your blessings, especially those with gifts. If you're not utilizing your gifts, then what are you doing? All right. There's a need to listen to your inner calling. There's a need for you to reconnect. Reconnecting. You got to reconnect. Your intuition is blocked. Your connection from source is blocked. Your third eye is blocked. Like, this is not good. This isn't good. Okay. Let's get a life lesson. I feel like this is calling a life lesson. And then we're going to conclude the collective. I will be opening up my list after. So if you would like to join the list, you're more than welcome to send your donation, and I will confirm payments here in just a moment. All right, let's see. When it comes to collective, give me a life lesson, Spirit. Enjoy your own company. Damn. Well, I'll be damned. Enjoy your own company. I felt that one. I felt that one, collective. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely felt that one. When was the last time you enjoyed your own company? Like, be for real. When was the last time? Thank you for the heart me. When was the last time you enjoyed your own company, collective? The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. Say that again. The axe forgets. So the person who takes the action, they forget, right? But the person who received the action never forgets. That's what it's basically saying. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. Tom and Jerry yourself into a wall. And that's to the people that want to deter you from you obtaining all of your opportunities. They need to Tom and Jerry themselves into a wall. They sure do. Get the fuck out of my way. Go play in traffic. One of my friends says, go run and play in traffic. Okay. Miss me with all that. Whew. Y'all ready for this one? Yeah, y'all ready for this one? Let me know, collective. Y'all ready for this? Yeah, message. It says, you can't heal from what you pretend isn't hurting you. Mm. 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 I know you heard that. I know you heard it. It says you can't heal from what you pretend isn't hurting you. Damn. Thank you, Spirit. Look, people will show you far more than what they tell you. They sure do. They sure the fuck do. Listen, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but this collective was a hitter. This collective was a hitter. 53. We're going to do it 53 minutes. All right, so I have a few topics. A few topics. I have two titles that I came up with. So, detach so you can gain more opportunities. Reconnect. You're lost with minimal guidance. I don't know which one I'm going to name. I'll be listening to this big old message from the beginning for sure. Girl, this one hit all the way. All the way, girl. And I'm gonna make sure to put in the timestamps for this one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna name the collective just yet, but these are kind of some ideas so I don't forget. Because I do collective messages often. So I pray that you guys received your message. And if you caught midway and you want to run it back, you're more than welcome to run it back to YouTube. Okay. Make sure you're following and subscribing on my YouTube channel. It's the same thing, unforgettable_EMZ. That's on all my platforms. If that's something that you guys would like to tap into, you're more than welcome to. And also follow me on Instagram. I'll have it posted on Instagram. You just won't have any timestamps, okay? So we release that energy. I call back all my power because it belongs to me. I say to the ancestors, thank you for allowing me to tap into the energy of the collective. I pray that those receive their message will receive it. Excuse me. My list is open. If anybody would like to book a reading, let me know down below. And then we can go from there. I'll let you know how much to send and where to send. Oh, thank you, Robin. Robin says, gratitude for your time, expertise, and delivery on these messages. You ain't got to thank me, beloved. You're very welcome. I appreciate you. The list is open, beloveds. List is open. If anybody would like to join, it is 10:36 right now on the East Coast. I also do take private bookings as well. So if that's something that you're interested in and you want to do a one-on-one, I do have 30-minute and 60-minute sessions available through Instagram. And if you don't have Instagram, I could do it through FaceTime or WhatsApp. But that's typically how I do my readings. If that's something that interests you, definitely send me a DM on Instagram. I'm in North Carolina, but I'm from New York. You're in New York? What part? I don't know if you're getting filtered. Queens. Okay, okay, nice. Let me actually go ahead and put the timestamps now before I forget. I'm gonna put this title in for YouTube real quick. Reconnecting my source will open every. All right, reconnecting with source will open every door of possibility for you. I think that sounds good as a title. I think it does. I think I'm gonna go with that. All right. Perfect. I just put it up. What part of North Carolina? Um I'm in the triad, but I'm really more in the mountains. You have a complete New York accent going on. Thank God, because I be fearing. I've been here for 18 years though. And I really be fearing. I'm like, yo, if I start sounding like I'm from North Carolina, it's gonna be an issue. And I always say, if I feel that southern slang come in, then I gotta take a trip. But my last time that I was in New York was in 2019, so it's been a while. Yeah, but it gets real bad though. It gets real thick when I be having road rage sometimes. That one part want to like sneak in. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we can't do that. We can't be doing that, beloved. That happened to me today. Some dude honked at me mad loud and then cursed at me. He waited like 2 minutes later to curse at me. I said, man, if you only knew who I was and if I really wanted to be vindictive, I would have cursed your whole bloodline. But I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let you think you have it. But he fucking thought. Some old hillbilly, too. For real. For real. People just don't be understanding, but it is what it is. I'm not a vengeful person, you know what I'm saying? Are you? Me too. What part? You said the VA. Where, Robin? You might be close to me, boo. My list is open, you guys. If you guys would like to tap in, let me know. Let me know down below. On the coast, but close to the line. I mean, I'm close to the border too, but I'm not near no coast. I'm in the mountains, girl. Hi, sweet and spicy. How are you? Girl, we did collective already. Is that Mary? Que lo que? I saw you peep up. Que lo que? You just missed collective. I saw you. I was like, let me holler at him real quick. Yeah, when y'all be coming consistent like that, you know what I'm saying? I'll be shouting y'all out. I'm good, Papa. How are you? Yeah, we did collective already. You missed it. You should definitely tap in on do you have YouTube? Nah, I peeped because he got that little the little thingy, the lightning. Bet. Yeah, the little thunder. It's lightning. That's not thunder, that's lightning. Yo, Eli, how old are you? You giving me like real young. I would probably say like maybe in 20s. You're like in your 20s, maybe. 20. Look at that. Damn, I'm almost double your age. Oh my god, that is crazy. 20 at the dot. That's crazy. I'm not a psychic or anything, but I definitely be feeling energy. You can hear me and I can hear you. Hey, yo. That's funny. Hold on, I gotta do this thing. Two objects are the same shape. 7. Chesapeake. Okay, okay. Telepathy. Facts. Facts. VA is closed. I think it's 4 hours. I think VA is Virginia Beach. I think it's 4 hours for me. But yeah, no, facts. I mean that's close. It's close enough. How's everybody doing tonight? Eli, is you from New York? You giving me East Coast vibe. It'd be funny if you said Washington Heights. Cause you know that's where all the Dominicans be. Did you hear me, Eli? I said you giving me like you from New York. Or like I said, it'd be funny if you said you was from Washington Heights, because you know that's where all the Dominicans be. You are from New York? Yo, that's crazy. Reading for real, but New York. Reading for real. What you mean? Oh, reading PA. Oh, okay, 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 okay. I said East Coast. I said East Coast, giving me East Coast vibes. Bernie County. Burley County. Hey, but I mean, I'm 2 for 2. I got the age right and I got the location right. Burks. Okay, Burks. No cap, we lit. Hey, yo. That's funny. You could be my nephew. You could be my TikTok nephew. I'm a vieja. I got a bunch of spiritual nieces and nephews out there. For real. Nah, I saw something on I think it was on Instagram. I don't know if it was the Shade Room that posted it or the Neighborhood Talk, and they did a new census of what an auntie is. So an auntie was like 20 to 20 to like 34, I think it was. And then it was like a cougar auntie or something like that. And it was like 35 to 45 or something like that. And then the other one, which was above that, and I'm like, I thought I was an auntie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll be a cougar auntie, but I don't. I feel like cougars was like 60s. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's changing now, so I don't know. I don't know where I fit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a millennial. I don't know where I fit. But I ain't no granny. I'll tell you that. I ain't no granny. I'm a millennial. Ooh. Oh, y'all, I did arms today. I'm dying. Um, I'm trying to think. Let's do. Nah, I was gonna do card pulls, but I did that earlier today. I ain't trying to drain my energy. But this is gonna be the last call. If anybody else wants a reading, let me know. I think it is Robin. It's in my link. It's in the description of the video. What's up? It's in the description of the video. Well, you guys, I've been on for an hour. 1 hour and 11 minutes. We did collective. I've already posted the timestamps on YouTube. Johnny, I don't know what's going on with you in work, but if you want to pay for that, you definitely can, my love. I mean, you could definitely book a reading if you want to know about work. It's 15 minimum donation. You can run it back, girl. You could definitely run it back. Yeah, it was a real good one too. This collective hit. I was gonna do card pulls, but we did card pulls earlier today. So I'm gonna save my energy for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be on no collective, but I will be doing card pulls and the list. So make sure you guys have the notification bell on. So that y'all can tap in. Cause you guys know in the beginning of my live, I'll go ahead and do card pulls. Sometimes I do them during collective days, but if I feel like the collective is going to be a big message, I don't want to prolong it. So I just go into collective like I did today. And today the collective was almost an hour long. So now I'm just doing paid readings right now. What time tomorrow? That I don't know. I don't really have a set time of when I come on. That's why I say just set the notification bell on. And make sure that you're also following my other platforms because sometimes TikTok will notify you and sometimes you won't get notified because I don't share my live out. So if you have me on Instagram, you have me on YouTube, you'll get notified through 3 different apps that I'm live. But all right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go. We'll tune back in tomorrow, maybe around 10:30, 11. I don't know. Just to give you some context. I'd be trying to come on earlier than that, but you know, it's just energy is dependent every day. Contingent upon how I'm feeling. All right, you guys. Love, light, prosperity to all of you. Thank you for joining. YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe. And if you guys go run it back, make sure you guys like the video on YouTube, okay? Love and light. I'll see you guys on the next one.